I've bought myself some pretty flowers, so I thought I would dry them out using the Create and Bloom Blooming Silica Sand today. So it's 1.5 kilograms, high quality reusable silica crystals for drying foliage, seeds and flowers. So there's no actual instructions on here. So I think I've had a look online and I'm just going to pour some in the bottom of this dish first of all. And then once there's a nice layer in the bottom, I'm going to lay my flowers down into there. So we've got that one, and we've got Pretty Little Rose. I'll leave some space between them, and then I've got quite a few of these, so I'm going to lay those down in between. Put one, actually this one, a smaller one. Got those there, so I'll put that one, that's the same as that, I'll put that one in there, scoot that one over, and then pour some sand over the top of those. Get those covered. Pop a bit down here. And then let's layer up a few more. So I've got these pretty little ones here. I've no idea what any of these are called, so they're just flowers. That's all I know. Just flowers. So place some of those in there. And then top that up. Cover these well. Put some over that one now, I think. And then I think I'll do a couple more of these ones. One there. I'll put one down there because that needs topping up down there. And this little thin one can go on there. And then I assume they need to be covered completely. So I'm just going to top it all up and then leave them to dry out. I'm not sure how long you need to leave them to dry. It says quick drying, but I don't know. Have I got room for one more in there? I'll squish them down. Yeah. Right, so I'm just going to leave those to dry now. I'm going to cover those up and then we'll be back when they're all dry. I've let these sit for a good week. I think it was probably just over a week in the silica sand. So let's carefully get these flowers out and see how they're looking. So that's the first one. Beautiful. I don't want to get these out, and I don't know how the best way to get these out really, but I'm just going to see if I can scoop them out. That one's lost a lot of his flowers, but he's okay. Maybe I need to get them out a different way. Not sure how to get them out really. Let's see. It's another one of those. Oh dear, I'm damaging them, aren't I? Not doing very well here. Not really sure what's the best way to get them out. Squish it down one end maybe. These ones are coming out okay. So that's that one. Maybe I've left them too long. I'm not sure. Let's see, what else did I put down here? Oh, the rose has come out beautiful. That's lovely. Beautiful rose. First time doing this, so I think I need a bit more practice of getting them out. That one's gone completely. One's quite pretty, look. He's lost a couple of his leaves, but I think he'll be okay still. Those ones are pretty. They've come out okay. Right, I think that's all of them. So I'll sift out those extra little bits of petals, and then they can go into some resin as well at a later date. So let's just cover that back up and move that out the way. So we've got some flowers here, and I think I'll use these two moulds and put some of these flowers in these moulds. I think that rose will fit in there nicely, so that can go in there, maybe with a couple of those. So I'll get some resin mixed up, and I'm going to be using the Apex deep cast resin today in these, so I can pour it all in one go. So I'll just go and get some resin mixed up, and then we'll pop these flowers in. So I obviously need a lot more tips and hints about drying flowers. We have one little rose left. All the others have seemed to have just crumbled up as soon as I touch them, so I'm not really sure what I did wrong. I don't know if I dried them out when they were too fresh, or if I've left them in the silica sand too long. So if you know and you've done that before, let me know in the comments so I can give it another try. So I've mixed up some of the Apex deep cast resin. Just pop those out the way for a minute. So I've got that in there. I've got a little bottle mould that I got from Temu. So I'm just going to add some of the Mrresin Dazzling Diamond into the resin. And I sometimes use the Mrresin and I sometimes use the crushed crystal. But in my opinion, they're both exactly the same. So the Mrresin is an easier product to get hold of if you're in the UK, and it is less expensive, I think, from what I remember. I'm sure it is. So I'm just going to mix that into there. And I think, like the crushed crystal, the more you mix it and agitate it, the more it separates into finer particles. So that's that done. I've taped my little single rose onto a lollipop stick where I think I want it to be sitting inside the pot. So I'm just going to start by adding some of the resin in the bottom there, which will be the top, because we're doing this in reverse. And I think I'm just going to hopefully cover this rose in some of the resin, just to eliminate some of the bubbles. But I'm actually not too worried about bubbles forming on the rose, because I think it can look quite pretty sometimes if it looks like little dewdrops. So I'm not overly concerned. I just hope I can redeem a bit of this video by getting this rose nicely in this little bottle jar. So I'm just going to pop that rose into there, hopefully without this one breaking into tiny pieces, and then top that up with the deep cast. Get that in there. Hopefully I've made enough to cover the flower. Doesn't look like I have, to be honest. Right, so I need to make up a little bit more of the deep cast. So I'll do that off camera, because I'm only going to fill it up probably about 3/4 of the way. I probably only need another maybe 100 ml just to get it where I want it. So I'll come back when it's ready for its second layer. This is all cured up now, so I'm just going to snip off this stem. So make sure it's below the top of the mould. So now I'm going to mix up some of the Apex High Gloss Finish resin, and then we'll get some mica powder mixed into that and just finish off the top of this bottle. I've mixed up some of the Apex High Gloss resin, so that's ready. And I do have a discount code for that in my description box, and an affiliate link if you want to click on that and use the code all aboard, and then that'll give you some discount, which is good. And it's a lovely resin to use. It's my go-to resin now. I really like the Apex resins. All of them are absolutely fantastic. So just going to mix in some of this green, get that mixed in, and I want it to be transparent because I think I'm going to put this bottle on a light box. So let's get that poured into there. So everything that I've used today will be linked in the description box. So if there's anything that you fancy, then it's all there for you. Right. Didn't quite mix up enough. I might have to mix up a tiny bit more, which is a pain in the bottom, but yeah, it's not even covering that stalk, is it? So, oh, what a pain in the bum. I think I'm just going to have to mix up a tiny bit more. So you don't need to see me doing that. So I'll mix up a bit more, top that up, and then I'll see you back for demold. This is all cured up now, so let's pop this out and see how it's looking. Oh, just got to roll down the edges. See if we can roll this out. Come on, out you come. Out you come. And then there's a bit at the top. Oh, pull that bit out. Just pop that back in the right way. You don't want to leave your moulds in the wrong way too long. And then we've got a little cork to fit in the top. And there's our rose in a bottle. Ah, maybe I put a bit too much crushed crystal in there, or rather the what did I use? I used the May Spring Dazzling Diamond, didn't I? Maybe I put a bit too much in. I don't know. What do you think? So let's see what it looks like on the light base. Let's turn that on. Oh, it's a bit it's a bit green. Oh, I didn't realise it was going to light up so green. Oh, I suppose it still looks all right. But do you know what it reminds me of? The Only Fools and Horses episode where they bottled their own water and then in the dark it glowed green. Ah. Yes, it does look strange green, but I didn't know what other colour to put on the base really other than green. So at least when it's off, it looks better when it's off than what it does when it's on, doesn't it? Oh well. So that's my little rose in there. No, it can't really sit that way. It's got to sit upwards. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
Crafting on a houseboat, oh so free. Me and my husky on the open sea. Resin molds and hand light as a breeze, creating treasures with such ease. Waves are rocking softly, makes me smile. Colors swirling, blending, endless style. Sunshine through the window sets a scene. Houseboat life is like a living dream.